Good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to all of you. So, today we will be discussing all the big news that have made to the newspaper today. So, we will be discussing all those news one by one. So, let's get started with the current affairs for 20th April. So, let's move on to the first slide of the first news of today. Let me bring out the markup first. Okay, so this is the news that came from United Nations. Actually, it's regarding the India's population. So according to an estimate, India's population is likely to cross China's population by the mid 2023. So we are already into first quarter, 4 months. I guess more than quarter has already been completed for 2023. So by the mid 2023, like after 2 3 more months, we are expecting that the India's population will cross China's population. So we can go with the numbers here. So numbers are also mentioned here. So India's population to edge ahead of China's by mid 2023 by the United Nations. So India's population is projected. So it's projected to reach 142.86 crore against China's 142.57 crore. So it's an estimation actually which is made for the mid 2023. Okay, so this is also mentioned in the graphical form over here. So like India's population will be 122. This is an estimate, okay, and China's will be 1427. It's in million actually. So regarding the fertility rate, which is also mentioned here for the year 2023. So fertility rate exactly stands for the actually the maximum number average, or not the maximum but the average number of birth that a woman can give throughout her life. So it's an average actually, this average number of total births given by a woman in a particular country. So for India it's 2. The like higher the fertility rate, higher will be the population. Okay, so if for India it's 2, for Brazil it's 1.6, for Russia it's 1.5, and for China it's 2. It's very less actually, 1.2. So it's for the year 2023. So due to this lower fertility rate for China, and its population is not increasing at a rapid rate, or in fact we can say it's kind of decreasing. But for India, since it's 2 more than China, so India's population is somehow increasing, and so that's why we are actually estimating it that it will surpass the China's population by mid 2023. So with that, if we surpass China, since we are second most populous country in the world, so if we surpass China's population, so we will be the most populous country if that happens. So which will happen certainly. So India's, like it's also mentioned here that the India's population is packed, or it's just estimated to reach 142.86 crore against 142.57, since it's decreasing for China and increasing for India. So it shows that India will be going to have 20 lakh more people than its Asian neighbors. So US is at a third place with an estimated population of 34 crore. So we can see the difference between India, China, and the US. So the third place is for US, which is at 34 crores, which is way lesser than India and China's population. I think it's third. Even India's third part is like, yeah, I think it's more less than third part. So this is where we are heading exactly. So I will be conducting a detailed session on population and what are its Benefits, I don't think so there is any benefit for the population, but what are its like drawbacks? So I will conduct a detailed session on that. So let's so far that's it from this news. So let's move on to the second one. Okay, so this is regarding the stray dogs actually. Since if we catch up the news on daily basis, we are seeing that a lot of attacks are happening on the locals where due to stray dogs. Some cases we have observed like not exactly the I don't know exactly the name of the place, but there were some cases like one two people, one or two guys have been killed due to this attack, due to this the attack of this due to the attack of stray dogs. So actually the center has brought some policies, like it has asked the states to enforce new rules to check the stray dog number, since we local municipalities are not keeping check on the number of stray dogs which are present in their jurisdiction or the area. So center has actually asked them to let's implement new rules that we can implement to check the number of stray dogs that are present in the local bodies or the area. So the committees which are responsible for that are local self governments and resident welfare associations on implementing. So these are the new animal birth control rules that have been prepared by the Animal Husbandry Ministry. So for these implementation, local self governments and resident RWAs, resident welfare associations, are responsible for their proper implementation. That's it for this news. Let's move on to the third one. So this is about the tax. Actually, government has brought back the windfall tax on oil. Actually, windfall is a kind of tax which is implemented if from a particular sector we are going to have a lot of profit, or we are estimating that we will be have a profit from this sector, or we are exactly having or actually having the profit. So this is a kind of tax which is implemented. So earlier it was not present for the oil, but right now government has brought back the windfall tax again on oil. The government has brought back the windfall profit tax. It's on the profit, actually, the profit which we are having from a particular sector. So this is implemented on that number. So the government has brought back the windfall profit tax on domestic. It is implemented on not all oil but the crude oil after international prices formed up. Okay, in the last so the 11 crores. So this number is important, that how much it is. So the number exact number is 6400 per ton. So the tax would be the 6400 per ton. So this number is important, like how much is it exactly the number. Also the government has cut the tax on the export of diesel to nil. So earlier for the export of diesel the tax was half rupees, like 0.50 per liter, or now it has come down to nil. So that's one more thing. So if we go through the crude oil prices, we can see the crude oil prices are jumped at 9%. So the current rate of crude oil prices, if we see for the OPEC region, if we go, it's around $85 per barrel. Actually, it's after the OPEC announcement of production cuts. So they have announced that there will be some cuts in the production. So after that, the current prices are $85 per barrel, which is 9% higher. So ICR is expecting, like, actually ICRA stands for International Credit Rating Agency. So it is expecting that the total collections will be around 15,000 crores for the financial year, not overall, but for the financial year 24. So this is the news that the government has brought windfall tax again on oil. It will be like 6400 per ton, and the for the export of diesel, it's the tax is nil right now, which has come down from 150 paisa per liter, and the crude oil prices jumped 9% after the announcement of OPEC. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this news, just a second. Sorry. So oh, this news is regarding the COVID cases. So this number is like 1757. So as we can see, there is a surge in the COVID cases. So Delhi has lodged six deaths along with the new COVID cases of 1757 new COVID cases with a positivity rate of 28.63%. This is from the exam point of view, just as a knowledge sharing or the COVID stats. We can say it's like the news on COVID. So the new COVID cases are around 1757. This data is actually only for the capital like New Delhi. And the death toll for pandemic rose exactly to death toll. Total death toll in Delhi is 26,578, and out of 7967 beds which are available for the COVID patients, right now just 377 are occupied. So these are that. So national capital Delhi has recorded 1537 fresh new cases on Tuesday. On Tuesday it was 1537, and on Wednesday it was around 1757. Let's move on to the next one. So this is from this news is related to business point of view, like Tata Jaguar Land Rover. If you know, Jaguar Land Rover is being owned by Tata, so Tata is owning this JRR too. So Tata will be investing around 15 billion euros in the electric vehicle market. Okay, for Jaguar Land Rover. So earlier Tata has made invested a lot of money in their own flagship products, but for the JLR, this is the first investment they have actually announced. So it will be they will be investing around 15 billion, which is like 15 billion euros, and which is around 19 billion dollars in the Jaguar Land Rover electric vehicle market. So they are promising that they will deliver first vehicle by 2025 as the British luxury car maker plays. Like since it's a British luxury car maker JLR, so they are just doing this to just catch up with other competitors in the market. JLR is now owned by Tata Motors. So they are planning that after 2025, since after their first product, they will be completely shifting to the e-vehicle, like e-vehicle. So that's the future right now. So they will be completely planning that their all vehicles should be electric only. So let's go move on to the next one. So this is again just added one more news of the IPL. So the Super Giants, Lucknow Super Giants have won by 10 wickets against the Rajasthan Royals. Stoinis was the man of the match. This guy from Australia was man of the match. So nothing much important in this news. Okay, so this news also come from Delhi actually. So the private audit of electricity subsidy to Discom. Discom actually stands for distribution companies. A shame. So it's shame means not in a true or proper manner, in a false way. Hand over task to CAG. So actually BJP is it's kind of politics thing. So BJP is just wanted that the audit done by these companies. So this is not happening in a right way. So it should be done by CAG. So actually CAG stands for Controller and Auditor General. So they want that this kind of audit is not happening in a proper way. So it should be done by the CAG only. This is what they do actually in the politics. So it's not about the things how they are happening, but about the credit they want to take. So it's also not important much. Okay, so that's it for today's session. Hope you liked that. Need your support. If you like the session, you can share it with others. Thank you so much. Have a great day.